What's up, guys? Now, we're wrapping up the Wonder Woman story, but I want to make one thing really, really clear before I start this. This isn't a movie in my head right now, or a show, or anything within a time constraint. This is a story in Diana's history of life in the millennia, 1,000 years, eternal time she's been around. This is just one of her stories. So while it's gonna end, it's not gonna have a nice little resolution with a bow, because it's not over. There's more to be said about this character, about these stories, about all. I was thinking about that, and I just wanted to make that really clear. Anyway, the last time we talked, Diana and Barbara were getting to know each other. Barbara has a translated version of being an Amazon, and Diana recognized that in her, and she likes it because she misses being around her sister and around her family. Diana shares some version of her own story, and they find that they've been to a lot of the same places in very similar time periods throughout the last 25 years or so. Diana took note that this trend stayed consistent when she was being Diana versus when she was being Wonder Woman, though that's not very obvious on Barbara's end. Wherever Diana or Wonder Woman was, shortly after, so would come Barbara. Like clockwork. Like magnetism. Like stalking. But before Diana can tell if her magic senses are tingling, her phone rings. At that exact moment, both Barbara and Diana's phone rings, and their contacts are getting back to telling them something big is happening. Oh my gosh, you have to get here immediately. But they're telling them to go in opposite directions. Diana trusts her source, so she goes. They lay out every item that has been moved, every item that has been stolen, and everything that is coming in that night. Diana recognizes one of the items. Then, with a speed she rarely uses, she heads in the same place that Barbara was just going. No one else was dying on her watch. When she gets to the shipping yard, she heads towards the sounds and smells of magic. Wild and reckless, chaotic and beautiful, she heads in that direction, towards the sound of animalistic doom, towards the person who has been toying with her since this whole thing began, towards the answer to the question she doesn't want to ask. At the source of the music stands Barbara, two cheetahs, and the mysterious item that they've been chasing all along. Barbara transforms into the cheetah in Diana's very face and calls upon the god, asking for her wish. The god grants it, an explosion happens, Cheetah disappears. Diana is left somewhat stumped, but not completely, because she also has magical contacts, and she will be able to track down Cheetah. This is a story about time and distance, because Diana is immortal and magical. And this is only just the beginning of her story and her interaction and her rivalry with Cheetah. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, and I will see you next time.